Okay, so I'm going to do a quick review of this GE compact microwave. It is 700 cooking watts and it has a usage watt of 1050, and it's considered compact, and it also has under the cabinet mounting. So I pulled one of the plugs out. You can see there's a machined screw hole in there. The owner's manual is pretty vague, but it sounds like there must be a kit that you purchase that I'm assuming you screw to the top and then you use that to mount to underneath the cabinet. It's a pretty small microwave. It is compact, so it's going to take up a much smaller footprint here. We were having problems with the other microwave, so that's why I purchased this one, and we're going to see how it does here in a second. So this is just the display. We don't have the door open on the microwave, and you'll see it's using 0.4 of a watt, which isn't too bad, I guess. So that running watt, that's going to be constant. And now if we go to open up the door here, got the light on, and our wattage goes up to about 21.1. And if we come back to the front here, here's the model number is super long on this thing. But if we look over here, it has the rated input is the 1050, that's what it should be using, and rated output, that's your 700 watt microwave. I couldn't find anything on here that states anything about the actual amperage it should use. So we'll run it here. I just got a cup of water here. We'll try warming up and we'll see what the actual wattage is that it's using. Alright, so I'm just going to do the express cook and press the 1 for 1 minute, which should be high power. And what are we drawing for watts? So it looks like about 1175, which is above the 1050, which is interesting. And we're using 11 amps, so the amps aren't too bad. The other microwave was using 16.1 amps, and that's actually higher than what this kilowatt meter will read. Alright. So for a minute here, how warm did we get? It's pretty warm. It's not hot. I'd say a minute and a half would probably get that water pretty warm. One other thing to note here, it has some more instructions on the top when you have the door open, just for reheating and making popcorn or beverages, that type of thing. Alright, so this is the microwave that we're replacing. And if we look through here, the microwave uses 3.8 watts, and that's just for the display, the clock. And if I open up the door with the light on, it jumps up to 23 watts. This is what I think they consider a large countertop model. It's pretty big, and it's a sensor microwave, whatever that means. So the cooking watts on this one is 1100 watts, and its usage, what it should use, is 1650 watts is what it's supposed to use, 1.65 kilowatts. Alright, so I have a cup of water in the microwave, and we'll do the same express 1 minute on it. The kilowatt meter is not supposed to have more than 1800 watts pulled through it, so we're going to see what happens here. Alright, so 1885, and it's not supposed to be more than 1800 watts. I think at one point I measured 1890, so this microwave is pulling more than what it should, I say by a pretty good margin. Let's do the same thing. This time we'll check out the amps that it's pulling. Alright, so we're set to amps. That's just the display, and now we'll kick in the express. 1 minute. Alright, so about 16.5 amps. That seems like a lot. So that's why we're replacing this. There may be nothing wrong with this microwave, but it seems like it's using a lot of amperage for what it's doing. The other thing I should mention is the old microwave was tripping the 15 amp breaker. So this one will serve the same purpose as the other one, but it will not use as much electricity. The old microwave would take a minute and a half to heat up a cup of water. This one uses the same amount of time. So, and it frees up some counter space, which is nice. It definitely is a smaller footprint. So one last thing here to wrap this thing up. The cost of this microwave was very expensive for its size. It was $158. You can get bigger microwaves for less, even GE's for that price. I think because it is a compact size, that's why the price of it was so expensive. I can't say whether or not I'd recommend this, not at this point. I'll give it a few months and we'll see how things go. So that'll be it for now.